Yeah. So nowadays, Ratatouille is the go-to library if you want to build terminal UI applications in Rust.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
we now actually ported Ratatouille to many other systems. So you can build embedded projects as well. You can literally run Tweez on little screens.
mhm.
And I've seen like just the other day, someone just run Ratatouille on their like on their espresso machine because they were like, okay, I want to like have a Tui like a little screen,
Mhm, mhm.
and I want to see how much I don't know how much things like happening and working in this machine. So people have these like crazy use cases now, and I'm super glad that we took the terminal UI approach to other platforms. Somebody actually run Ratatouille on their car dashboard. So one day I go on Twitter, someone just posting a video from their car, and they just like driving, and there's this like terminal UI on their car's dashboard with all the Ratatouille widgets, and I'm like, what is going on here? So I'm all about like crazy experiments, and like I love you know taking terminal to other places.
Mhm.
So going back to Rati and where it came from, we had like we were experimenting with like crazy ideas already. We actually ran a challenge called Rat in the Wild, and we shipped aprons to people who built crazy projects with Ratatouille. And the other day, like I don't know,
Do you have an
I was
example
just
of, like, one of those crazy projects? Just one that comes to mind.
Ratatouille, yeah, yeah, Ratatouille Minecraft basically. This one was like one of the winners. Um, they put like Ratatouille in Minecraft. um, the yeah, the other one was like the Suzuki RS, which is the Suzuki car,
Uh-uh.
like the car dashboard thing. So yeah, I don't remember the other one, but yeah, we basically have these use cases now. Basically, like like the I don't know, you can run Tui apps on your bootloader. There's no like OS at that point. Like you, yeah. So yeah, thanks to Rust and portability features of Rust, and Ratatouille is like super simple like architecture. You can port stuff to it, and I was thinking, like I was thinking like, what can I do next? And I saw this. So we are running. Okay, there's like so many things to talk about now, but just to give you like a short summary, I'm running a hackerspace in my city,
Mhm,
and every time we are there, I want to build something new, and I was experimenting with like 3D rendering and Bevy at some point because I was kind of uh, I saw this Ratatouille project called Soft Ratatouille, which is you can render the terminal and you can like render it on any buffer basically.
mm,
So I saw that, and one of my friends, Gold Silver Copper, he made like a 3D animation using this. So he basically used Soft Ratatouille and rendered a 2D surface and put it on a um, 3D object using Bevy.
mhm, mhm,
So in the hacker space, I was like, okay, how does this thing work? Because like you have this like Ratatouille layer, you have this Bevy layer, and maybe you can like I don't know, like maybe you can do the other way around. You can have like a 2D thing and on a 3D. So yeah, I was just experimenting, wipe coding, prompting, and at some point I managed to have a terminal, like a 2D terminal, like a shell,
mhm.
and after that I basically kept experimenting, and in like 2 weeks I was I had Rati because I was so lost. Like in 2 weeks I had to do other things, but I was like, no, I want to work on this because it's so fun. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to do it either way. So I kept adding features. This is not my first terminal emulator project,
Mhm,
so I knew what to do. Like the roadmap was obvious, like add key bindings, add this support, that support, and then make it configurable and so on. So basically, I don't know, this was like a fun Ratatouille experiment because it uses Ratatouille under the hood and Bevy as well. So basically, all of these things came together and led to Ratty. And the reason is why not?
Yeah, that's a good enough reason for it. Like, I saw a lot of the responses to it on like Hacker News and places like that. Besides the people who were really obsessed with using it in VR, which I don't really understand why you'd use it in VR because you can already have 2D planes in a 3D space. I think people misunderstood what it was. I don't know. People were really obsessed with this in VR. Besides that, it was just a lot of comments of why. Why are you doing this? What is the point? There's no point to this.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a documentary of TempleOS a while ago, and I was like, you know, this guy was onto something. And the 3D sprites thing,
Mhm,
like Terry Davis, we're talking about Terry Davis. If any listeners are just not aware of what I'm saying,
mhm, mhm,
um, Terry Davis, he had this like whole operating system where you have text, sprites, documents all in the same place, and he made it in a way that everything works well with each other. You can literally have like 3D sprites in the source code. You can move them around, you can copy them, paste them. It was just like mind blowing to me. I was every time I watch like Terry Davis streams or like some memes, like they're everywhere nowadays. I'm like, dude, this was like I don't know what I'm looking at, but that's so fun. Like,
mhm,
what
mhm,
the hell is going on there? So basically, the inspiration came from there as well. I was always like I love Terry Davis, like rest in peace. Like he was a big inspiration to me. Like I'm not I'm just seeing his like talent and his his pure talent. He is a brilliant person. He was. So ignoring all the negative stuff about him, he was just genius. So
mhm,
I
mhm,
was like super inspired by what he has achieved, what he has done
mhm, mhm,
without AI. Let me add, without like with zero AI, he just like wrote all that code. So basically, sprites on the command line. Um, there we have it in Rati.
mhm, mhm.
I don't know.